Man Ibrahim, with Allah's name, Ar-Rahman Ibrahim, the merciful benefactor, the merciful redeemer. So let's continue this journey with our family. I'm going to focus at this point maybe more on the man. When a man grows up and gets the desire, which is natural, for a woman, he marries the woman and has children. He must grow as his community and as his family grows. This community of two, man and wife, must evolve from back when they were a single teenager community of one. When the man and woman have children, they must grow into another dimension and not operate like boyfriend and girlfriend. This growth into family is dictated by nature. They're brought together first by physical attraction, so the physical bond would obligate them and make them move up a little higher. When a man falls in love with a woman and begins to need her physical company, he must also grow to accept the extra responsibility that comes along with that. Now let's pause a minute, this concept of L-O-V-E. Our culture delivers a warped teaching of love. If you look around, you can see so many people who have been wasted by a misunderstanding of love. They think that love means to give your sympathy out to everything and everybody. They do not see anybody as bad or wrong. They see everybody as good and right. That is not love, that is insanity. Love without knowledge is nothing. I repeat, love without knowledge is nothing. Real love is the strength to make the person you love unhappy if you know it means that it is for the good or the betterment of that person. You cannot love me if you fear to tell me what is wrong with me. You cannot love me if you want to keep a happy relation with me while seeing me go down. Love is the result of sacrifice, commitment, trial, test, and struggle. Now, I might be wrong on this, please. I stand to be corrected. A lot of times we'll give khutbah, brother ma'am, and you know what I say? Now, I know he didn't tell you he loved you, and I know you didn't tell him love, but y'all don't love each other yet. You haven't been through enough? Now, then again, I'll tell them, now, you tell me you love me now? Then maybe 2 years later, I hope at least 2 years. 3 years later, you come in now, you want to get divorced. So maybe I should have videoed. We should do that. Video all the marriages you had, and when they come in talking like that, say first, before we have counseling, let's look at the video. Right. So we have to look at that. Yes. So I say, no, you haven't had the sacrifice for the wife to see what kind of sacrifice the husband willing to make, vice versa, and commitment, you know. And you have to have trials, tribulations, tests, and struggle. Then you can say, yes, then not only you can say, maybe I can say, she loves me. And then she could say, he loves me. And we have the track record to support it. Hey, that's some income. All right. Again, the now husband, now hit in the role of the husband in the word husband because it suggests a tiller of the soul, has to go out and struggle to guarantee the survival of himself and the woman he has taken as his wife. In doing this, he is going to become more productive because he now has a greater motivation. Being motivated by nothing but his own appetite, he can only do so much because he only has the desire to do so much. Once he has a wife that he loves as much as himself, he has a stronger motivating power. I repeat, once the husband has a wife that he loves as much as he loves himself, he has a stronger motivating power. This motivating power will increase the worth of the man. It will make him a greater producer. When he gets children from the union with his wife, he develops even more motivation. So here we go again. He then has a wife and children that he loves as much as he loves himself. So he got a wife and he got children and he loves them as much as he loves himself. It says again in one of the hadiths, it mentions that you will not gain paradise or you will not have faith until you love for your brother what you love for yourself. And they use the word nefsihi. So they use the word saying so. So it's not just a front. You know what that brother, you know what that sister wants, what they really need, etc., and you're willing to make the sacrifice for them. These things are pushing him because he loves them and because he wants to feed them as he wants to feed himself. He is then forced to be even a greater producer of wealth and the things that society must have. So now he has to be a producer. This is the husband. He's forced, because of the love is a motivating factor, to be an even greater producer of wealth and the things that his society, his family, I'm responsible society must have. Now, we used to say in the old days, food, clothing, and shelter. Now I have to add flat screens. I have to add iPhones. I have to add Michael Jordan tennis shoes. Yes, and everybody that's in the household wants a car. They want their own laptop, etc., etc. So you have to be prepared for that. The union of man and woman as husband and wife is moving the man up to be a greater provider. The more burden of production is on him, the greater the demand becomes for his mind to grow. Allah forces the man to grow mentally, morally, and spiritually by tying him physically to other flesh that he loves as he loves his own flesh. Now, believe it or not, you can disagree with this concept. This is the source of the creation of McDonald's. Family. This is the source of the creation of IHOP. This is the source of the creation of Wendy's, Burger King, Hardee's, Popeyes, Olive Garden. The family. And so because of that now, then the families now, their doors are open. They want to see more of this. And it's all over the world. For the motivating factor was the family. And those of you who haven't made Hajj, you'll see when you go over there, you'll see halal McDonald's. Halal. Yes, they're in Hajj, not that far from the Kaaba. On Hajj. Yes, they made it halal. So let's wrap this up. Let us return to living and thinking as a family, not as individuals. Each one of us is struggling to get a house, struggling to get a car. But how many of us are struggling to put money in the banks? Struggling to get some, that's why they call it this, struggling to get some real estate, or some capital, or struggling to build some institutions. This world gives us the mind that makes us think we do not need each other and that every man and every woman is an individual. When people come here looking for freedom, they come knowing that although opportunity is here, this is a highly competitive society. They know that the only way to survive is by working together as a family. Again, begin to close. Yep, looking back, Nation of Islam. No big eyes and no little U's. Yes, we're all together. Kennedy, John Fitzgerald Kennedy. Now I'm going to say what he said, then we're going to rephrase it. He said, ask not what your country can do for you, but what can you do for your country? Now we're going to rephrase it. We're going to say, ask not what your community can do for you, but what skill, what energy, what talent can you contribute for your community? We're going to have to work together and look out for each other. Meanwhile, let us be good students. I see a couple of students out there, because we all are that. Really, students are always students of life. Let us be good housekeepers. Let us be good parents. Let us be good husbands and wives. Let us be good fathers and mothers. Let us be good providers. Now we're going to up the bar. And let us be excellent believers. Alhamdulillah. Give me salam.
Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، أشهد أن محمد رسول الله، أشهد أن محمد رسول الله. هيا على الصلاة، هيا على الصلاة، هيا على الفلاح، هيا على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة، قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر، الله أكبر.